Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. So I know I'm a mess right now, but I actually decided to give in and try Book of the Month. So I'm just gonna get right into this video. So for those of you who don't know, Book of the Month is a subscription service where you pay a fee once a month, and they choose the best, newest books that are coming out, and you can pick which one you want and they'll send it to you. You can add on ones if you want to, like if you want more than one, and they have many different genres. And I wanted to go over my experience ordering Book of the Month for the first time. So I did it in this month, May. It's now May 27th as of the time of recording this video. Which it may not come out for a few weeks, but either way, I did it for May because the book Silver Elite by Danny something Francis, I think, has been going around all over. There's been a bunch of controversy about it. I've covered it. Me and my cousin have covered it on our podcast channel. I'll have that here popping up. And there's another controversy about it that I eventually want to do a video on as an author. And so I've been interested in the book Silver Elite, and Silver Elite was one of the picks this month. And then one of the YouTubers that I watch actually got sponsored by Book of the Month. By the way, Book of the Month, if you want to sponsor me, I'm totally here for it. And they that gave a deal where you could get your first month for $5. So that's the one that I did. But I'm going to be honest about my experience and also rate Book of the Month as of service and open the book that I just got. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't opened the box, so I'm excited to get into this. So first of all, my experience actually was not a good experience with Book of the Month in terms of trying to sign up for their thing. I did the deal, and for some reason it kept telling me that my card information was wrong, even though it was correct. And when I contacted support, they took a while to get back to me each time. So this is like several days would pass in between emails of communication between the two of us. And like, it was like, at first I had to give a lot of like basic information, so they weren't really that helpful. And I tried, I tried through the web on my computer. I tried through the web on my phone, the app. I downloaded eventually the app on my phone. And the weird thing was, on the app on my phone, when I would go up, there is no option to log in. It is just to create an account, or no, there is no option to create an account if you're a new user. It is only to log in. And so when I would log in with the same email that I used to sign up for the deal, which again, you can't create your account until after you get the deal. You fill out all your information, that sort of thing. It claimed that my email is on their website, but when I would type in my password, it would say incorrect. And then when I would go back using the website on my computer or on Chrome on my phone, it would take me back to the checkout page where I would have to fill out my card information, but instead of proceeding, it kept saying that there was a card error and that the numbers were incorrect and stuff. And I could not figure out what was wrong. Support was absolutely zero help to me at all. And eventually, I tried, because May was coming to a close. This has been about a week ago, and I wanted to get Silver Elite. So I was like, maybe there's some sort of glitch with the $5 discount code. So I took that off and actually got it to work. Oh, this is after I tried with a different email than my original one, which still didn't work. So eventually the only other option I had was to take off the discount code. So I did that, and it actually worked. So I had to pay full price for the first month, which was like $17 and some odd cents. So it's a little expensive, but the books that you're getting are hardbacks. And in this case, this was a special edition hardback. So you're actually getting it cheaper than you would on Amazon if you add shipping. Because in this one, there is no shipping because you're paying the subscription service, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I didn't have to pay any shipping, at least for this particular box. So it is actually a better deal, especially if there's months where they have books that you're already planning on ordering on Amazon anyway. So price wise, it makes sense. I would have had to pay more to order this book individually from Amazon, and I did want to try Book of the Month. So it was sad that the discount code did not work for me. And again, I had to take that off and pay full price, but I was able to eventually get it to work. And then because this Silver Elite was a special edition hardback, not just a regular hardback, I had to pay an extra $2 for that. So it was literally the same price of like the $20 it would have been on Amazon. Although I think the hardback on Amazon is actually a little bit more money, but either way, so that was my whole ordeal trying to get it. And then support was still trying to talk to me. And so I explained that the discount code didn't work. And that was kind of not really fair because you're supposed to be giving the discount code. And that's kind of like the whole reason why I decided to do it in the first place was, hey, I could get this for $5 this month. So the support was not helpful. Their website, their desktop app, their app on the phone, none of that works very well from what I know. But now that I am on, I did get Silver Elite. I hope you guys have a better experience if you decide to do that, and don't let that deter you if you are interested in doing it. My book officially came in. So it comes in a box like this, which is really nice. I like it. There's a little bit of damage on the box, but you know, the mail's always really questionable with that kind of stuff. So let's open it up. I was so excited. Okay, where must I cut here? Okay, there's tape there. I'm actually not sure. Okay. This is dangerous. This is not easy to get into, by the way. And hopefully the damage on the box does not reflect the damage on the book. So we will see. But I've had a lot of bad experiences with mail. When I did my Kickstarter, I had several books that were damaged. So the mail is not gentle on books, and that is not Book of the Month's fault. It is the mail's fault. All right, and then we've got Book of the Month. There it is. So excited. Okay, so it has a special Book of the Month logo on it because it is from Book of the Month. So we've got Silver Elite by Dani Francis. And it's got the Book of the Month logo. And it is a special edition hardback, so look how gorgeous that is. Alright, and then if we take the dust jacket off, it's just a hardback. But it has the Book of the Month, Silver Elite, all that stuff. So, and if we look inside, that's the blurb. At least I assume it's going to be the blurb. Yeah. So I've heard that this is like Fourth Wing, but without dragons, and it's like a dystopian romance kind of thing. So there's the gorgeous map. That's pretty cool. It looks like it's a remnant of America. There's the title page. And that's what chapter 1 looks like with the interior formatting, which is so much fun. So that is Silver Elite by Dani Francis. I'm definitely going to be reading this book and giving it a review on my channel here, and it will be one of my reads for what's the next month, for June, on our podcast. So I'll have our podcast channel pop up, so be sure to be on the lookout for that, because we will discuss things in depth. We discuss the books that we read in depth, so that's what the spine looks like with the that's not all that I got. So let's see what else I got in my box. So Fiction Forward, Book of the Month. It's like a little pamphlet all about Book of the Month and stuff. And you actually get a bookmark. So Book of the Month. So it's a nice little bookmark. I always could use, which one's the right way? Yeah, I could always use more bookmarks. So I will actually be using that bookmark in Silver Elite. So yeah, and the good news about Book of the Month is that you can pause your subscription if there's a month where you don't see a book that you want. You can pause your subscription and not pay for that month, and so it's really easy to skip months if you don't have the money for that month, or like I said, if there's a book pick that you don't like. And if you're an audiobook person, they do have audiobook options for the months, and the books that you choose will always be the hardbacks. Hey guys, so this is Editing Joanna here, and I just wanted to point out it's June 29th for me as I'm editing this video, which again I filmed in May. So for the month of June, I didn't see a book that I liked in the hardback section, so I browsed through the audiobooks and I found one that I was kind of half interested in called The River is Waiting by Wally Lamb, and I selected that one and then changed my mind because money got tight, so I canceled my Book of the Month subscription for June to pause it and just not do it for that month. But for some reason they gave me the audiobook anyway, and I wanted to go over and actually review the audiobook side of things, and how this all worked. So ever since that fiasco when I first signed up, their app has actually worked really wonderfully for me, and I was able to use it on my phone and get on here. And when you have the audiobook, you go to listen and your audiobooks are there. So if you see The River is Waiting by Wally Lamb, ignore the stuff because I actually finished it. But it's just right there. It's a player, just like Audible. And I would actually use my old phone to play this matching game that was like really fun. It was kind of like Mahjong, but not really. And I would set this on my chest and just have it playing. And I listened to the whole book For the River is Waiting by Wally Lamb this way. And it was a really good book. I'll actually be having the review popping up on this channel here soon. So be looking for that in the next couple of weeks from when this video is coming out. So really, this was a 5-star read for me. And usually when I listen to an audiobook, I prefer to follow along with a physical book. But this was the first one that I was just listening to without anything with me, and I loved it. So their audio side was actually really cool. And again, I technically canceled my subscription, so I don't remember seeing a payment come out unless my husband and I overlooked it, which is likely considering we have a lot of subscriptions. But for the pricing that you're getting, like, you got this whole audiobook and it's yours, and it worked really well. I never once had a single problem with their app in terms of the audiobook playing for me. It would always open up really well. I was actually able to get the app on my old phone as well, because in some of our videos, when I would talk about this book in me and my cousin's podcast channel, I used this phone to Discord with her in the recording, so I had to pull it up on this phone, and it worked really well then as well. But it did start over, so it didn't really save my progress from one device to the other, but that's okay, because like I said, I listened to it with this one. So I really liked their audiobook side of things. I haven't seen their July picks yet, so I don't know if I'm going to do it for July or not. If I do, I'll keep you guys updated in a part 2 to this video, but I wanted to talk about the audiobook side of things because it was really good, and the choice was amazing. I didn't actually know this was an Oprah Winfrey book club choice for this month when it came out. It's brand new. I think it's still actually on pre-order, or it was when I first got it. And it's a really highly acclaimed book. The audiobook narrator is amazing. The app audiobook player type thing, whatever you want to call this, it worked so well. So I wanted to highlight that in this review video as well, because this happened after I recorded this video, and I wanted to give you guys like my whole experience with Book of the Month. So yeah, that's everything. Back to the main video. So you're getting really good deal for like really good prices with the price of hardbacks these days, because it seems like hardbacks are starting to shift to commonly sold special edition hardbacks are like the new thing that most people want when they think of a hardback. So regular hardbacks are not really as common, because these are starting to pop up a lot more, and so you're getting, therefore they are getting more expensive, and so you're getting really good high quality hardbacks. And the book is actually like, let me take that pamphlet out because it's making it thicker. So you're getting like really high quality hardback books for honestly like really good pricing compared to what you would pay if you shop online and have to ship it to you, or if you order it in a store, which our stores are actually starting to get to where they don't have a lot of options. So this is a good alternative to Amazon, and by doing this, you're supporting Book of the Month and their subscription service and stuff, and the authors who are joining, who are involved in Book of the Month, by the way. So again, Book of the Month, if you want to sponsor me, I'm here. I will be happy to be sponsored by you. So that's my experience with Book of the Month. Like I said, I will be giving a full review of this book when I read it, hopefully next month, but I'm really into Sarah J Maas's series Throne of Glass right now, so I'm probably going to read Queen of Shadows next, but my cousin and I will get into more in depth about that when we do our check-in on our podcast for the month, for the ending May leading up to April. So again, be checking out for that. So yeah, that is my experience with Book of the Month. Have you done Book of the Month? If so, what has been your experience, whether good experiences or bad experiences, and are you interested in Book of the Month? I don't know if I'm going to keep it for next month, depending on our financial situation and everything else. I may have to cancel it, but we'll see. And like I said, I primarily did this one because I've been wanting to do Book of the Month for a long time, but I didn't want it to wait until it was worth it, money-wise. And again, the Silver Elite being available gave me the perfect excuse, because I was going to order this book off Amazon anyway, and so I was able to get it at a cheaper price and experience Book of the Month like I wanted to. So But let me know all of your guys' thoughts. And in the meantime, if you liked this video, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe for more writing and reading videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And in the meantime, if you liked my video about this book of the month subscription service and everything, then check out my video that I did about a writing challenge, the video that I did where I wrote a story in 30 seconds and I spun a wheel to determine what genre and what trope I would have to include. It was really fun. So check that out. You don't want to miss it.